10 years I'd been filling in for my runaway sister, living out her marriage contract. And all it took was me sitting in her favorite chair. Her abandoned kid who I'd raised, pushed me off the freaking third floor balcony. I was lying there, spine cracked, begging him to get help. He just sneered at me, just like his dad. You don't deserve to touch mom's stuff. You'll never be her. Think someone's gonna save you? I hope you end up a cripple. Then dad will toss you out like trash. I couldn't believe the words coming out of the mouth of the kid I'd practically raised from diapers. It felt like a knife twisting in my gut. After the ambulance ride and a whole lot of screaming in the ER, I managed to dial a number overseas. Professor Davis, I'm ready to come home. No sooner did I hang up than Greg, my husband, and my folks barged in, dragging a sulky Tyler along with them. Tyler glared at me, all teenage attitude. Why should I apologize to her? She was sitting in mom's chair. All I did was yell at her, and she freaked out and fell. She barely even bled, so it's probably another drama show. The more awful stuff he spewed, the less my parents or my husband seemed to care. Just stared at me, eyes full of judgment. I didn't even bother arguing. Just stared blankly out the window. Greg, though, couldn't help himself. Hey, the kid's talking to you. At least look at him. What kind of mom are you? I laughed, a bitter little sound. What kind of kid doesn't care his mom is hurt and just keeps yelling? Greg's face darkened. That's because you don't treat Tyler right. You're always playing the victim to get sympathy. Not treat him right? Tyler was born with health problems. I was the one who stayed up all night when he was sick. I learned everything, like I was some kind of medical resident. I spent ages online searching for healthy recipes. My piano fingers turned rough and swollen. If Tyler had a bad dream, I'd stay by his side. Greg never noticed any of it. Tyler either. Greg kept lecturing. I only asked one thing when you married into this family. Just take care of Tyler. Is that so hard? If you can't do that, then I'll divorce me then. I don't want to be Mrs. Greg anymore. Greg looked at me, shocked. I guess he thought the only reason that I married him in the first place was because my parents had begged. The original plan was for my sister, Ashley, to marry Greg and make my parents more money. Ashley got pregnant and ditched the marriage, leaving me in the crossfire. My parents drugged me and sent me to Greg's bed. Greg was left with a marriage and a kid. Now he only threatened to divorce me to get his point across. Fine, you want a divorce? Then let's get a divorce. My parents exploded. Amy, what are you saying? You can't get divorced. Who's gonna take care of Tyler? Their faces showed the same disappointment they had when I didn't want to marry Greg. I didn't say anything. My parents rushed to say, we will give you the keys to your old house. You can come back whenever you want. They took away my house keys after I married Greg. Plus, I wasn't allowed to come home unless I was with Tyler. You'll only see the Greg's house as your real home if you don't have anywhere else to go. Then you'll take care of Tyler. Even when Greg kicked me out, they didn't let me back in. I didn't say anything. Greg, though, thought he was winning. Alright, you're not hurt that bad. Don't get so worked up. When you're better, we'll take wedding photos. We didn't even have a single photo together. Even if we were together at a party, Greg would yell at me for taking pictures with him. I don't need your stupid photos. Besides, who's gonna take care of Tyler? I dryly responded with, I'm leaving next month. The room went silent, but my parents and Greg were furious. How can you say that? Tyler's got the math Olympiad next month. Who's gonna take care of him? Who's gonna tutor him? How can you abandon your kid to show you're mad at us? Mom, I looked at Tyler, but he was full of hatred. He called me Amy, and now he doesn't even call me that. I remember the first time Tyler called me mom. Greg lost it when he heard him and kicked me out. Tyler only has one mom. Greg went crazy when Ashley abandoned Tyler. When Tyler called me mom, Greg punished him. Now everything is over. I looked at my parents and Greg and said, you said I could only stay for 10 years. Now the time is up, and I need to go. My parents looked disappointed. You're not being forced to leave. Why are you even bringing this up? Just like before, they were only worried about losing money. Greg tightened his eyebrows. That's not a reason. Would I really kick you out if you asked? If you're worried, I'll post on social media, and everyone will know you're Mrs. Greg. Greg didn't even give me a wedding. When his friends came to our house, he would casually say, she's my babysitter. Everyone knew I was just a gold digger. Greg was only waiting for my time to be up to kick me out. All I wanted was a title. I calmly responded, the doctor said I might be disabled. Greg would find a new woman and Tyler would find a new mom. Greg sighed in relief. I can hire a great doctor for you. Plus, the Greg's family has enough money to help you. Greg thought I was a gold digger. He only gave me $3,000 of spending money. Greg already gave me too much. Thank you for the offer, but I decline. Then the secretary came in to give me rings. I sat in Ashley's chair, which cost $10 million. The master bedroom was filled with Ashley's things. No thanks. The secretary said, Greg has only set a $1 million budget for the ring. I'm telling you, that jewelry is your personal property. I told the secretary, just pick one. Tyler will destroy the ring like Greg would give to me. Right after that, Tyler came in with a box. He threw the hot oatmeal at me. You should leave now, before I throw acid on you. The oatmeal poured all over the blanket and burnt my arms. Even though I made that yesterday, it was still really hot. Tyler saw my red arms and left. The nurse changed my sheets and helped put medicine on my arms. Before she left, she told me, some kids can't be raised. I couldn't stop the tears. Everyone can see what's going on, but I believed that sincerity can win. No matter if it was Greg or Tyler, I only got pain in return. I hired a nurse to take care of me and checked out of the hospital. I went back to get my stuff, but I saw everyone laughing and smiling. Ashley was back, and she had been gone for 10 years. My parents hugged her with tears in their eyes. Ashley, welcome back. Welcome back. What do you want to eat? Tyler was hugging her. Mom, you're finally back. I'm not the kid without a mom anymore. Greg looked excited. Ashley, I knew you would come back. They were all happy. I made a sound, and my parents turned to me with an awkward look. Amy, why didn't you tell us you were back? I looked away and told the nurse to take me upstairs. I couldn't contact you. I called them when I was in the hospital, but no one picked up. When I was gone, Greg and Tyler's schedules were messed up. I messaged them, but they didn't respond. Greg looked a little upset. I was busy. You should rest. He's never cared about me, and he only said that for Ashley. Tyler said, get lost. My mom's back. You're uglier than my mom. Ashley had makeup, and she had her hair and nails done. Of course, Yes, she looked better than me, but she only looks better when she abandoned her own family. It's okay, I'm leaving. The professor called and asked about my plans. Amy, are you sure? You raised that kid for 10 years. Plus, Greg, you two have been together for so long. When Ashley shows up, I won't be here. Professor Davis, I thought about it, and I don't belong here. I hung up and turned to see Greg. He scoffed. Overreacting again. Stop trying to show off. You saw Ashley and you're running away. Greg wasn't always like this. He used to trust me. Even when my parents sent me to boarding school, Greg wanted to go with me. I thought we were going to be happy. When I escaped from my parents' basement, I saw him give Ashley a ring. My parents told me I wasn't as good as Ashley. Greg laughed with Ashley, so it was true. When my parents asked me to marry Greg, I agreed. I thought Greg and I could go back to the old days. 10 years made me realize that Greg only has Ashley in his eyes. Dad, why are you taking so long to get the ugly woman to cook? Mom's hungry. Greg looked at me. Stop messing around. Cook for Ashley. She wants you to cook for her. If you do a good job, I'll let you stay here. I tightened my grip and said, I'm in a wheelchair. How am I supposed to cook? Tyler yelled, you're not hurt that badly. That injury would cause me to be crippled. Tyler hated me. Okay, I'll do it. Greg brought me to the kitchen, and Ashley came to order. Thank you for taking care of my house. When you leave, I'll tell Greg to give you money. Today's meal doesn't have to be complicated. The maid said, but these dishes are complex. Ashley raised her eyebrows. Are you saying I can't eat these? I said, I'm leaving, so stop torturing me. Ashley looked happy. You said it. Okay, the maids will help you. I started cooking. I spent so long cooking. I finished and the house was quiet. The housekeeper said Ashley wanted to go out to eat. They all left. I knew that was going to happen. I let the maids push me upstairs to pack. The car was here and the driver yelled. A kid. Tyler was in front of the car.